Yesterday in class, we talked about organizing data by using the mean and median and mode. And today we're going to organize data a different way. And so we're going to start off with the question, how many otter pops did you eat last summer? So let's say that I posed this question to the class and I got these responses right here. So one student said, I ate 25 last summer. One student said, I only ate 18. One student said, I ate 47 otter pops, and so on and so on. So here's all my responses. Now, if you notice, it would be rather difficult to do a dot plot. And I asked the class this, and they said it would be too hard to do a dot plot because you go from 2 all the way to 143. And to try and fit that dot plot on one line makes it rather difficult. And so when you have a big wide spread of data that's too hard to do on a dot plot, you can still organize it, but you don't have to put every single number like you would on a dot plot. Instead, you start splitting up the data into categories and you list it that way. So I'm just going to go up a little bit here and I'm going to make a line kind of like a dot plot, but I'm not going to put every single number from 2 to 143. I'm going to start in my first category. I'm going to say these numbers still represent the number of otter pops eaten. So actually let me put that right here. Okay, the number of otter pops eaten. But I'm going to do categories like this. I'm going to go 0 to 20 otter pops. And then this one will represent 21 to 40. So I'm making my categories each 20 big, if that makes sense. Now some of you might be tempted to say, well, this should be 20 to 40, but the danger in saying that is, what if you get 20? Do you put it here or do you put it here? But you can't put it in both because then that means you've written that same number twice. So you got to make sure you've already done 20, so you start at 21. Then you go to the next category, and we'll start at 41 to 60. And then we'll do another category, 61 to 80. And then we'll go 81 to 100. And 101 to 120. And then we'll go 121 to 140. And then we'll go 141 to 160. So here's all my categories, and it looks like we actually don't need any of this because I've made enough categories where all my data is going to fit. So the next thing I need to ask myself is, well, how many students ate 0 to 20 otter pops? So I look, and there's one right there, so there's a 2. So maybe I'll just start at the top line and start counting. So there's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So now instead of doing 3 dots like you normally would, we're going to make them into bars. And so what I'm going to do is on the side right here, I'm just going to put some numbers